Most men assume happiness declines after 40, but science says that's not true. In fact, your 40s and 50s can become the happiest decades of your life if you understand what your brain and body actually need. And that's where most of us get it wrong. We focus on fixing problems, not building the habits that create happiness. So let's start with the foundation, the one thing proven to boost mood, confidence, and energy in men of any age. When you hit your 40s, your body starts to change in ways that hit your mood and daily energy without you even realizing it. A key factor? Muscle loss. According to one source, muscle mass begins to decline after age 30 and accelerates in your 40s. So why does this matter for your happiness? Two big reasons: your brain chemistry and your sense of agency. First, there's solid science showing that strength or resistance training, lifting weights, pushing your body against resistance, isn't just about the muscles. A review found that strength training is associated with reductions in anxiety symptoms, improved sleep quality, and meaningful improvements in mood. Second, when you pick up the weights and see progress, you rebuild confidence. You're telling your body, "I'm still in charge." And multiple sources say strength training after 40 reduces anxiety, improves mood, and boosts confidence. Here's the takeaway. If you're a man over 40 feeling less sharp, more sluggish, or off your game, not because of some external life problem, but because your body's subtly changing, then strength training is your first, best fix. It kicks off a cascade of positive signals in your body and brain that say, you're still strong, you still matter, and you still can build. According to one overview, strong social relationships are associated with a lower risk of mortality across the lifespan. The long-running Harvard study of adult development, started in 1938, followed men for nearly 80 years and found one clear predictor of being both happy and healthy in later life. The people who were the best off were the ones who leaned into relationships. For men over 40, this becomes mission critical. Research shows that satisfaction with your social network and receiving emotional support, rather than just the number of contacts, strongly correlate with better mental health. For example, satisfaction with networks and affective and instrumental support significantly predicted mental health in adults over 60. Here's how you turn that into action. Pick 1 to 2 friendships you've let slide and schedule a catch-up this week. Ask the real question: if I needed help, who would I call? Do I feel comfortable doing that? Move past work guy or dad roles. Invest in someone's life the way they can invest in yours. Because when a man over 40 feels connected and needed, his brain chemistry changes. Stress hormones drop, dopamine and oxytocin rise. You feel alive. And that's not fluff, it's brain science. After 40, many men find themselves asking, what am I really doing here? That question matters, and the science proves it does. One landmark study found that higher levels of life purpose were associated with a significantly lower risk of death in older adults. People who scored highest on a scale measuring life purpose were less likely to die during the 4-year study period, in a group of 7,000 adults over age 50. Even more specifically, a 2024 study comparing life satisfaction and life purpose found that purpose was the more robust predictor of longevity. Purpose in life remained a robust predictor of mortality, while life satisfaction became only marginally significant. Why does this translate to happiness? Because a meaningful project or work role gives you 2 key benefits: direction plus engagement. When you feel your daily efforts align with something meaningful, you're more motivated, less distracted, and more fulfilled. Resilience. The Harvard research shows folks with purpose don't just live longer, they handle stress better, recover quicker, and sustain healthier behavior. So for a man over 40, here's the actionable. Pick one project. It could be mentoring, side business, community work, creative effort that connects with your values. Write it down. Break it into weekly tasks. Because purpose is not just a feel-good notion, it's a scientifically backed lever for long-term happiness. Here's something most men over 40 overlook. Your brain and body need both sunlight and movement to stay sharp, resilient, and genuinely happy. Let's start with sunlight. According to a review in PMC, exposure to daylight increases serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitter. Moderately high serotonin levels result in more positive moods and a calm yet focused mental outlook. Similarly, a modern article highlights that morning sun exposure triggers serotonin production and regulates circadian rhythms. Sunlight exposure increases serotonin levels, making you more energized. Now, movement. A study from Stanford University found that walking in a natural environment for 90 minutes reduced activity in a brain region tied to depression, linking simple outdoor movement with measurable mental health benefits. Meanwhile, research from Harvard University reported that spending at least 20 to 30 minutes outdoors, walking or sitting, was associated with the largest drop in the stress hormone cortisol. Why this matters after 40? Your hormone regulation, sleep quality, and mood resilience all decline with age. Getting out for a brisk 20-minute walk in the sun signals to your body, I'm active, I'm light-connected, I'm alive. Action step. Make a daily sun move habit. Wake up, grab light clothes, walk briskly outdoors for 20 minutes, ideally in daylight. No phone, no rush. Then continue your day with the boost your brain and body need. Feeling needed isn't just emotional, it's biological. When a man over 40 feels valued by his family, friends, or community, his brain chemistry shifts in measurable ways. Let's start with the science. A study published in Psychology and Aging found that adults who perceived themselves as useful had significantly lower rates of depression and maintained higher levels of well-being over time. One of the authors concluded, feeling useful to others may promote psychological health in later life. Another major study from the University of Exeter showed that older adults engaged in supportive social roles, mentoring, caregiving, helping, reported higher life satisfaction and better physical health. Researchers stated, pro-social behavior is reliably associated with greater well-being across cultures. And according to the Harvard School of Public Health, people who volunteer or engage in meaningful helping roles experience reduced stress and improved mood because helping others increases dopamine, giving what psychologists call the helper's high. Their report noted, volunteering appears to be associated with reduced depression and increased well-being. Why this hits harder after 40? Many men feel replaceable at work, disconnected at home, or stuck in routines. But when you're needed, by your partner, your kids, your community, or someone younger you mentor, you regain direction, identity, and emotional resilience. Pick one person or one role where you can truly show up, consistently. Not to impress anyone, but because your brain is wired to thrive when you matter. Happiness after 40 isn't an accident, it's built. One habit, one connection, one small choice at a time. Strength training, real friendships, purpose, sunlight, movement, feeling needed. These aren't theories, they're scientific levers that lift your life in the right direction. And if even one of them resonated with you today, start it this week. Small steps compound fast at this age. We've linked the supplements we personally use in the pinned comment. It supports the channel at no extra cost to you. And if you want more science-backed habits to help you thrive in your second prime, subscribe, because your best years truly can start after 40. If this video helped you in any way, even one small change you'll try tonight, leave a like. It tells the algorithm to show it to someone else who might need it. And if you want more clear, science-backed ways to protect your body and sharpen your mind after 40, stick around for more. Your second prime isn't about going back. It's about staying sharp, steady, and strong.